Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Guild Wars 2. I'm your host, Dark Side, and today we're going to complete another Twilight Volume 3 Dusk Precursor achievement. This one is Rendex Merc, which needs to be completed in the Diesa Plateau Fire Flame Tombs mini dungeon. You are definitely going to need a party in order to complete this. This is not going to be one of those dungeons that you could complete by yourself unless the dungeon is absolutely open. And matter of fact, you know what, no, you're gonna need somebody, because I don't even think that if the dungeon's open for you to do, you're still gonna be able to complete it. Basically what we need to do is we need to make our way over here. In order to do that, you first need to actually complete some of the world events in order to get over to this area of the map and have that open up. Once you get that opened, then it's like Bloodsaw Mill, like a bunch of the headquarters. Once you do that, you can come over here to the Incendio Waypoint. And once you do that, you can clear out the two upper and lower platforms and then enter the mini dungeon. Once you do that, you have to come inside this room where you're going to see statues. Avoid the freaking platforms at all costs, obviously. And from there, you have a couple of options. And this is probably why you're going to probably end up trying to join a pug train if people are actually still doing this at this point, or you're going to actually need to just find freaking people to do it. You're going to actually have two paths. I took one path, which is usually option 2, where after you gain the sword, from the char that's in the room to the left, as soon as you come in, you can come to the second path, which requires you to go into a casket mausoleum room, I guess it would be. And from there, what you need to do is you need to basically stop the bubbles from coming out of the caskets. It's really weird. It's like you gotta grab like the spearhead, the spear rifle, and somebody has to grab the spear rifle. And this is the reason why you need more than 2 people in a party, is because someone has to hold the sword the whole entire time, because otherwise you can't get into the last room in order to access the Rendax champion. And someone needs to do this part, which is grabbing the ranged weapon and using the torches to buff themselves, and then extinguishing the heads. There's like heads on the wall right here that you can see. And basically, once you grab the spear, you're gonna need to use the torch, and when they blow the bubbles, you're basically, I guess, trying to pop the bubble in order to extinguish the flames coming from the dragon head. I think that's what it's called. But you're also going to need people around to help out with this, so that's why it's going to be quicker done if you have that. When you do that, it gets relatively easy, and you go into the next room, and you got to swim down, and there's a room behind it in the wall. You got to place the sword inside one of the statues in order to access Rendak the Praised. Once you're inside his treasure room, you can do whatever the hell you want to, and you can actually just activate Gluminator, or you can fight him, leave, whatever you want to do. Keep in mind, there's another room inside here where there's like this room right here where I'm in, and you can see that fresh water flowing through. There's like these little moats and items and so forth that you can collect, and you need to grab. If you have those little items on them, this is one of those areas where you need to go and actually activate. I can't remember what it's called, but you'll see what it is when you get it inside your inventory. They just drop randomly from various places. Usually I've got them from this practice. So there's another path in here that you can take as well, and that path is to the left. If you notice, you saw me beat up the statue in the beginning of the map, and if you do that and you go to the left, you need that head in order to load up a mortar that's in there in order to fight the char. So there's either a left branching path or a right branching path. Whichever one you choose to do is which one you choose to do in order to access Rendak. All you need to do is make sure that you grab the sword and someone has the sword at all times, because if you don't pick it up immediately, it will disappear. If you come in here post everyone doing it, well, you're gonna have to find that sword again. If you don't find the sword, then it's gonna be hard to do. The room stays open for a limited time. Like the mini dungeon will stay open for a limited time depending on when the I can't remember who they were fighting in Diesa Plateau, But when the ogres and so forth like that take over another one of the outposts, like Burnsaw Mills and so forth like that, so make sure that you get in here as quick as possible and complete the mini dungeon as well. I think this is probably the hardest mini dungeon that that's required for the Twilight achievement, mainly just because it does require you to actually have a party. And I I remember doing this mini dungeon years ago, so I can't imagine that there's too many people actually running this event. It's not like the rewards at the end of it are that great. So you're probably going to run into that where it's, if you're trying to find a pug, then it's, a player group, just a bunch of randos, is not going to probably go so well. So I would say find 2 or 3 friends and come in here and complete it, and you shouldn't have any problem. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, remember, like, subscribe, comment. It helps. Have fun, guys.
so fragile. Such might!
Let me show you the meaning of the word expendable.
Oh!